In the endless multiverse, where realities are born and destroyed with a single thought, two forces stand as supreme representations of mind and power: Jean Grey, the host of the Phoenix Force, and Vecna, the dark psychic master of the Upside Down. Jean Grey is not just another mutant. She is a conduit of something far greater, the Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity that represents life, death, and rebirth itself. When she becomes one with it, she transcends mortal existence and becomes an instrument of creation and destruction. Her telepathic and telekinetic powers are no longer limited by the mind, they extend across galaxies. Vecna, on the other hand, is the personification of psychological horror. Once a human, his fall into darkness transformed him into the architect of nightmares. He is not merely a monster, he is the living embodiment of trauma, feeding on fear and bending reality within the Upside Down. His psychic powers do not burn or explode, they infiltrate. They twist thoughts, shatter sanity, and make the mind itself his battlefield. So what happens when cosmic divinity meets the master of psychological terror? Can a being who wields the energy of dying stars withstand the suffocating darkness of pure mental corruption? This is not just a battle of strength, it's a war between consciousness itself. Phoenix Force Unleashed, the cosmic entity within Jean Grey. To understand Jean Grey's power, you must understand the Phoenix. The Phoenix Force is not bound by time, space, or even reality. It is the embodiment of the universe's creative cycle, a force that destroys so new life can begin. When it merges with Jean, it amplifies her mutant abilities beyond comprehension. Jean can manipulate atomic structures, control minds across galaxies, and resurrect herself after death. Her emotions are her fuel, and that is both her strength and her weakness. When she feels love, the universe flourishes. When she feels anger or grief, stars die in silence. At her peak as the Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey could consume entire solar systems. Her telepathy reaches cosmic scales, she can sense life across universes and communicate with beings beyond comprehension. But this gift comes at a price. The Phoenix hungers for balance, and balance often means destruction. In her human form, Jean struggles to control this godlike energy. The Phoenix constantly whispers within her, testing her limits, tempting her to give in to the ecstasy of complete power. It's not just fire, it's consciousness itself. It thinks, feels, and sometimes, it takes over. Jean's greatest battles have never been fought with her fists, but within her mind, against her own emotions and the infinite voice of the Phoenix. That inner struggle may determine whether she stands victorious or falls to the darkness Vecna brings. Vecna's nightmare realm, the terror of the mind. While Jean's power burns with light, Vecna thrives in the dark. In the world of Stranger Things, he is not simply a creature, he is an infection of thought. Vecna's power does not just attack the body, it attacks the soul. He dives deep into the subconscious, dragging fears, guilt, and trauma to the surface until his victims break from within. Vecna is a telepath of a different kind. He doesn't communicate, he invades. He manipulates memories, reshapes reality inside the victim's mind, and creates illusions so powerful that they can kill. He feeds on pain and uses it to strengthen his psychic grip. When Vecna connects with a mind, it's like being trapped in a nightmare you can't wake up from. He uses telekinesis to crush bones and warp environments, blending physical terror with psychological domination. But what makes Vecna truly terrifying is his ability to make his victims believe. He doesn't just destroy, he convinces you that you deserve to be destroyed. His weakness, however, lies in his dependence on emotional trauma and his physical form. While his psychic power is immense, his body, though mutated and powerful, is not invincible. His connection to the Upside Down gives him power, but it also ties him to its energy. Sever that connection, and Vecna weakens. But even then, his mind remains a labyrinth of horrors. And if Jean Grey enters it unprepared, even a cosmic being could lose herself in the twisted corridors of Vecna's madness. Cosmic flame versus psychic grip, the ultimate clash. The battle begins in silence. Reality trembles as the Phoenix descends, her eyes burning with cosmic fire. Across the void, Vecna stands, his hand raised, his thoughts already reaching into her mind. The air fractures, not with sound, but with intent. Vecna strikes first. His psychic tendrils dive into Jean's consciousness, searching for weakness, for pain, and he finds plenty. He sees her fear of losing control, her guilt for the lives the Dark Phoenix took. He amplifies it, twisting memories into nightmares. He shows her illusions, Cyclops dying in her arms, her friends turning away, the Phoenix laughing inside her mind. For a moment, Jean falters. The cosmic flame flickers. Vecna's power spreads like infection. He attempts to anchor her in illusion, to drown her in her own emotions. But Jean is no ordinary mind. In an instant, the Phoenix awakens fully. Her body erupts with burning light as galaxies seem to form and collapse behind her. The illusions melt away like shadows before dawn. Vecna screams as his mental grip shatters. Jean's telepathy counterattacks, not through manipulation, but through overwhelming presence. She doesn't invade his mind, she burns it with pure cosmic truth. Vecna's world, the Upside Down, begins to destabilize. His control over the nightmare realm collapses as her energy floods it. But he's not done. In desperation, Vecna channels the full psychic energy of the Upside Down, pulling matter and thought together, trying to consume the Phoenix in a psychic storm. Jean rises higher, surrounded by cosmic flame, her voice echoing across realities. You cannot control what was born before control existed. Then, with a single thought, she releases the Phoenix force. The explosion is silent, reality bends, and for a heartbeat, every mind in existence feels the echo of rebirth. When the light fades, only one consciousness remains standing. The final verdict, mind or matter, who reigns supreme? In this clash of absolute extremes, creation versus corruption, cosmic fire versus psychic fear, the outcome lies not in raw power, but in control. Vecna's psychic abilities are terrifyingly potent within the realm of the mind. Against mortals, he is unstoppable. But Jean Grey's Phoenix force exists beyond the mind. It is not a thought or emotion, it is the essence of life itself. No illusion, no manipulation, no psychic trick can bind something that transcends existence. Vecna might invade her emotions, but the Phoenix consumes emotions as fuel. Every fear he exposes would only make her stronger. Every illusion he builds, she would burn through with cosmic fire. And once she releases the full Phoenix force, his psychic presence, tied to a single dimension, would crumble under the weight of multiversal energy. The Phoenix force is eternal. It cannot be killed, cannot be contained, and cannot be controlled. Even if Jean were to fall temporarily under Vecna's influence, the Phoenix would eventually rise again, purified, reborn, unstoppable. In the end, Vecna would fall, his mind torn apart by a being who embodies every thought, every flame, and every spark of creation across the cosmos. Final result, Jean Grey, powered by the Phoenix force, wins this confrontation decisively. Her power exists far beyond the limits of Vecna's psychic influence. His terror ends where her rebirth begins. Because in the war between fear and fire, the Phoenix always rises. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.